Good morning, students. Today we are going to see the Huffman coding. Here we had made the communication engineering subject learning in an easier way. We start going into the subject. The content that is going to be discussed over here is Huffman coding theorem. Learning outcomes. At the end of the session, students will be able to know the encoding the message of the transmitter using Huffman coding technique. The Huffman code is a source code whose average code word length approaches the fundamental limit set given by the entropy of a discrete memoryless source. Shortly we call as DMS. It generates variable length code and gives lowest possible value of average length of code L for given symbols S. Calculating the entropy H of X for the given probability, then calculating the maximum coding efficiency and obtaining the minimum code redundancy. This type of source code replaces the prescribed set of source statistics of a discrete memoryless source with a simpler binary codes. We call it as an encoding. Here, the reduction process is continued in step-by-step manner until it is left with new source statistics to obtain the optimized code. Simply, this source coding method is used for data compression applications. We now move into the algorithm. The source symbols are listed in order of decreasing probability. The two source symbols of lowest probability are assigned as logic 0, the upper one, and logic 1, the lower one. The last two source symbols are added to form a new source symbol. Placing the combined new source symbol as the highest as possible in the new reduction list in accordance with its value in decreasing order. This process is called as a reduction. This procedure is repeated until the final list of source symbols contains only two symbols. Here we write the code word of each symbols by tracing from left to right in the direction of the arrow mark till the end and writing their respective codes from right to left in the code table. Right now, we will discuss this with the help of a problem. Here, constructing an Huffman coding for the following 5 symbols S1, S2, S3, S4 and S5 of a discrete memoryless source, where their probability are given in random in the question as 0.4, 0.2, 0.1, 0.2 and 0.01. These source symbols are being rearranged and written in its decremental order as 0.4, 0.2, 0.2, 0.1 and 0.1. Once these source symbols are being written, the next stage will form the coding table. In this coding table, all the probabilities are written in its decremental value as given the first stage. Here, the last two probability values are summed up and a new probability value is created, where this new probability value is being inserted as high as possible but in the decremental order in the first reduction stage, where at the same time a logic 0 is being assigned for the upper branch and a logical 1 is being assigned for the lower branch, where this is being highlighted with the help of an red solid lines. Then we approach the first stage of reduction. So here 0.4 is not in the list of summing, so it is written as such. So this is being directed by a green line arrow mark that it has no change. It is brought into the first stage of reduction, and then the combined value will be inserted as high as possible in the first stage, and that too written in the decremental order, where the existing 0.2 value is brought down of the first reduction stage, and the another existing value of 0.2 is also brought down. Right now the existing first stage reduction is taken and the last two probability values are being combined. So 0.2 and 0.2 will generate and summed up probability values of 0.4. So this forms the second stage of reduction. In the second stage of reduction, the summed up value will be the highest value and the existing value of 0.4 is moved down in the reduction list. So already we will be having another 0.2 that will be coming the third value. So right now the first stage of reduction is over, and then we have formed the second stage reduction right now. So in this second stage of reduction, the same procedure is repeated as the top in the first one. The last two probabilities are being summed up, whereas the upper portion is given a logical 0 and the lower portion is given a logical 1. The summed up value is being brought forward to the third reduction stage, as this is to be a higher in value of the existing values of probabilities will be writing at the top. So this forms the decremental order, where the left out value 0.4 is brought down to the next stage through the help, and this is being brought shown with the help of a green arrow mark. So furthermore, the reduction is not possible. Why? Because the binary value that is used for encoding is to be of 2, a logic 0 and 1 is being assigned, and the reduction process is stopped. Next, we'll tell you about how to write the code word. Here the example what I am going to take is the source symbol S4, as this is to be somewhat hard to get. So the source symbol S4, in the first column, that is the probability, it is being assigned a logical 0. As I told in the procedure, the arrow mark starts from the left and ends towards the right, whereas the code word will start from the right and ends towards the left. Right now we'll see how to write the code word. So the code word, the first logical symbol we encounter is a logical 0. Logical 0 is being written over here, and then we'll be tracing the path. These two values are summed up and it is going to the first reduction stage of 0.2. From there, the 0.2 is brought down in the second stage and assigned a logical 1, and this logical 1 is written over here in the code word. Then from there, in the second stage, it is brought down to the logic symbol 0, and the logical symbol 0 is written as from the right to left part. Logic 0 is written. Right now the code word formed for the symbol S1 is 010. So likewise we will be writing the code word for all the 5 symbols. I can have another example for S1, That is very easy to write. We can see there is no change in position from probability to first stage of reduction. From first stage to second stage, it is being assigned a 0. So write it over to the rightmost extreme, and then again in the third stage you are given an assigned and value of 0, and then 0 is returned. The next column is to be your code word length. So code word length is nothing but how many number of bits are there in the code word. So here the length of the bits is 2. For symbol S2 it is of 2, and for S3 the length of the bit is 2, and for S4 and S5 the length of the bits are to be 3. Thus how we will be forming the code word and code word length. Next we will determine how to find the average code word length capital L. The basic formula that is used over here is to be summation of k is equal to 0 to k minus of 1. As we know, the value of k is 5. We start from 0 and its end with 4. So probability of k into L of k. L of k is nothing but the length of the code word for each probability. So right now in the next step, the probability value is multiplied with this code word length, and then probability value multiplied with its code word length, probability value multiplied with its code word length. We get the average code word length to be of 2.2 bits per symbol. Next we determine the entropy of the system. So here the entropy of the system, the basic formula is minus of summation of k is equal to 0 to k minus of 1, probability of k log to the base of 2, probability of k. For the simplification and easy of calculation, the log base 2 is converted to log base 10. So we get an extra terms of minus 3.32, 0.4 log to the base of 10 to the top 0.4. Like this, all the probability values are being written, and the resultant entropy is obtained to be of 2.121 bits per symbol. Next, we will be determining the coding efficiency eta. Here, the formula that is used is to be entropy divided by average code word length h of x divided by capital L, which is to be of 96.4%. From this value, it's easy for us to determine the coding redundancy. It is nothing but the measure of the redundancy bits, that is excess bits, that is being encoded in a message sequence during transmission. So determining the coding efficiency is nothing but 1 minus eta, which is nothing but coding redundancy of 0.036, which should be always minimum in value. In Huffman coding, the most important point that is to be discussed over here is how much efficiency is the system. When compared to Shannon coding, the Huffman coding is more efficient. How we are going to prove it? In Huffman coding, it gives the lowest possible value of average code word length. This is the most advantageous point, as Huffman coding is giving me the most lowest value of average code word length, and this is inversely proportional to the coding efficiency. Efficiency eta is equal to h of x by L. Thus, less the average code word length will be having, the more the coding efficiency for efficient transmission of data from a discrete memoryless source. So as you know, whenever the coding efficiency is reduced, the efficiency of the system gets improved. So as far as concerned, for an Huffman coding, the average code word length is always less. So we can say that when compared to Shannon-Fano code, the Huffman coding will be having an increased efficiency. As the efficiency of the system is very much high, the redundancy of the system is reduced to its minimum value. That's how it is gotten another name as a minimum redundancy code or an optimum coding technique. So students, so these are the major advantages of using an Huffman coding for an encoding technique at the transmission end. Thank you. Meet you in the next talk.